Yo guys, it's Slyroh. You already know that today we are back playing some more Raging Loop, and we got a lot of information on the last time because it wasn't just as simple as like, oh, this town has like crazy wolf creatures, and like the whole mystery. Now we have transitioned into more of a gameplay part where it's kind of like a game of mafia or werewolf, where certain villagers are given certain roles but they don't know about them, and yeah, I there was a lot of information. We're just gonna, keep running. I'm not gonna re-explain everything, but I think I've got it all down. So I'm interested to see how we play into this, because we, as Harawaki, were not there, and we are now being woken up by several voices. He's actually sleeping. Was anyway. We're done for today. Sorry for the wait. Good to hear. Ow. Unfortunately, waking up proved that this whole mess wasn't just a nightmare. So, is the feast some sort of ritual? The kind you do to ward off evil or whatever? No, it's more of a gathering. Oh, dude, I wish I could go back to the log now of when I died, because they mentioned about a feast, they mentioned about hanging, and now that makes so much more sense. I understand what the feast is, and I understand what they're doing when they're hanging. So that was happening in another timeline where I died, but the same thing was still happening. Okay, ooh, cool. Okay. I see. So you try to find the culprit. Haruki-san, you don't beat around the bush, do you? Yeah, I realize I'm a real victim here, so I need information. It's a tall order to stay alive without any. Takumi-chan, can I tell him about this? Yeah, better you than me. I gotta go clean up and stuff. Takumi-san walked away. Clean up the bodies, I assume? Yeah, Taiban-chan probably won't let us off until we've sent the Yomi-B2 to Saranaga. You're supposed to preserve the scene of a crime, right? This is doing the exact opposite. Then again, it didn't seem like anyone expected the cops to show up in the first place. Here's my first question, then. Let's take this somewhere more private. Yes. This is... Maybe to the place where I met Rikiko, Uematsu, and Mako. It was a grass field with stones littered all over. It bordered Saranaga. You can say that this is the heart of our religion, the graveyard of the Hanging Pine. Now that's a hell of a name. The place was filled with dense mist, but it was probably thinner than that in the rest of the settlement. The sunlight seemed brighter here. I could even see a bit farther. The Hanging Pine had to be the old-looking tree at the edge, even though I don't think that's a pine tree. Is this really a graveyard? Yes, I don't know about the ones in the actual settlement, but these stones here are all graves. Remember how you tripped on one of them? Pretty bad move, huh? Better apologize. Huh? Seriously? You should have told me sooner. You got some his ancestors. I'm so sorry. Haha, sorry. I thought that'd scare you. I know you didn't really have a choice, but I brought you to a half-ruined village with monsters in it. You believe in monsters? I think you believe in monsters now, Haruaki. I asked, ignoring what I'd seen for myself. Yeah, I do. Chimi's voice resounded through the impossibly thick, cloudy air. I didn't think you were the type. And if you're the type who's weirded out by that, I wouldn't go that far. Bullshit, I can see it all over your face. Was it that obvious? It wasn't like I found it disgusting or anything. I just didn't think I could get along with people who believe stuff like that despite a lack of actual proof. That was probably how it was. Can I have a reason? What? I don't have one. Not sure I believe that. Well, if I do, have you seen it? It's because I've seen God. That was, see, you weirded out. Tell me more. Wow, not bailing out after all, for now. Let's just focus on the immediate issue. She was hiding something. It was either that hard to explain or a lot more important than she was acting. About this feast thing, huh? Alright then. Chimi's explanation. Yeah, I've been waiting for this. A graveyard probably wasn't the place to joke around like this, but at least you could see past your nose and it didn't seem like we had to worry about anyone eavesdropping. I tried putting together everything Chimi had told me. First, Fujiyoshi Village had a unique legend. There might have been similar ones somewhere outside, but I just treat it as Fujiyoshi exclusive for the time being. The people here worship a god called Great Lord Shinai, the avatar of Shinai or just Shinai-san. Also, the mountain this village was called Mount Shinai, meaning the religion deified a mountain. Okay. Ooh, look at this little picture. Anyway, sometime in the past, not known when, Shinai-san had helped the people living here by sending 5 beasts called guardians. However, just like nature could be really harsh, he had a scary side too, and if you didn't follow his laws of the mountain, he'd curse you without mercy. The Ukami-sama was the ultimate form of his cruelty. Though the Ukami-sama watched over the hunt, the Ukami-sama also oppressed, tortured, and punished humans. The other guardians, though, were largely benevolent ones. The snake predicted the weather and harvest yields, bolstering the humans' prosperity. The monkeys defied the wolves, secretly teaching the people of fire, along with other important bits of knowledge. The crow pecked at and ate up the flesh of the Yomi-B2, the enemies of Shinai-san. The spider warded off the Yomi-B2 and ensured that the humans slept and dreamt sadly. The Yomi-B2 did indeed mean people from Yomi, as in the land of the dead, but apparently it wasn't very clear what they actually were. But just as I suspected before, it was thought they had something to do with the corruption, death, and the land of Yomi. The most likely idea was that they were the dead that had returned from Yomi to bring harm to the people still alive. At the start of the legend, Shinai-san, the animals, and the humans were facing the Yomi Bitu. Apparently that was still how it was in Kami Fujiyoshi, the leading part of Fujiyoshi. It was the basis of the teachings of the Great Lord Shinai's religion. Thanks to that, the 5 beasts, including the Ukami-sama, and Shinai-san were still worshipped there. In Yasumitsu, however, things were a bit different. Whoa, the legend here had a turning point when the human, snake, monkeys, crow, and spider cooperated to kill the Ukami-sama. With the destruction of the cruel rule, the human village experienced great growth. That had been when the 4 head families, who were said to have the blood of the 4 guardians in their veins, were formed. The snake was Migurama, the monkeys were Higuchi, the crow was Nosato, and the spider was Uematsu. However, it didn't end there. The Ukami-sama joined the Yomibitu side and became a sinister creature that wanted to bring harm to humans. Seranaga Rapids were wow, I cannot say Yomibito that easily, territory, and the Ukami-sama appeared from there whenever the evening mist came. The Ukami-sama would then kill an inhabitant, take on their form, and act like them. But at night, they would show their true self and brutalize the real inhabitants. That was why the people of Yasumitsu, who lived next to the Seranaga Rapids, had to stop them. For that, Great Lord Shinai created an event called the Feast of the Yomi Purge. Despite the name, it was no banquet, but a ritual to kill the wolf. Right, okay. I really like these these little drawings. They're really neat. In the feast, the villagers were allowed to kill 1 person a day. You had to basically kill your own people, something that was taboo for ages, but it was permitted here in order to rid the group of the wolf. Some humans were also given the powers of the guardians, snake, monkeys, crow, and spider. It was like a banquet of betrayal. They all drank some sake and chose someone to kill. That more or less explains everything. I see. There's a lot to unpack, but I got the gist of it. Basically, the humans betrayed the Ukami-sama, one of the guardian divinities, and we're still paying the price. But there were some points I didn't really get. Just to point out, I wonder if the reason that we are excluded from the feast is now we are pretty much safe from dying because there's no point in killing me. There's no point in killing Haruwaki if he's not... there's no possibility for him to be like a wolf. There's no possibility for him to like have a vote to hang somebody at the feast. So if he's not really involved, then he should be kind of safe, which means that we can still get to see the story play out without risk of us dying, I assume. I don't know. But yeah, there are some points I still didn't really get. I won't tell this to anyone else but you, I'm pretty sure. I won't tell this to anyone but you, but I'm pretty sure I saw the Ukami-sama. No way, where? I just took a peek through a space in the outhouse door, so I didn't get a good look. I couldn't tell her that I had a realistic dream where I was killed. I mean, you could. Like, she's telling you all this stuff about, you know, spirits and giving powers and, you know, hanging the wolf and wolf transforming into humans. And, I mean, like, yes, it would be hard to believe, but I don't think it's, like, outside the realm of possibility that she, like, completely would think that you're just making it up. It had a human body and the head of a wolf, I think. No way. Can I take that as he seriously got it? Or saw it? Yeah, human body and wolf head matches up with the depiction of the Ukami-sama and Shinai-san's festivals and the deified images in Kami Fujiyoshi. Before I saw it, though, I heard a woman scream, so I figured that thing killed Mamiya-san. Was that the brutalization you told me about? I mean, if it killed and replaced her, you wouldn't have her body, right? Sorry, I forgot to tell you something. Shinai-san is very strict with his laws and gives various punishment to those who break them. You mentioned something like that. Basically, they broke the rule of preparing for the feast by bathing... They broke the rule of preparing for the feast by bathing, locking up in a room all by yourself and sleeping. That's why it's believed they died to the corruption. I couldn't see how you could get such mutilated corpses from something called the corruption, but there was something more important. Basically, you didn't tell me about the laws and turned me into Toilet Man so I could die, huh? No. Listen, I honestly thought there was no way an outsider could survive. But I wanted to at least find a way that gave you a shot at making it through the night, because I didn't want to let you die. And look at that, I actually survived. Yeah, sorry, but I really didn't expect this. Shame I didn't get splashed, huh? Don't be like that, I'm actually really glad you didn't die. I wasn't sure how to feel about this, but hey, at least you tried, right? So that scream really was Mamiya-san's, huh? Or was it someone who got brutalized? No, I'm not really sure. From what you told me, it's possible that that was your scream and that the Ukami-sama already replaced you. Well, it's possible, but I know full well I'm no wolf, and that's what I'm going to say. Just like everyone else, huh? Fair point. Now this was a predicament. Question 1. Ask away. Are those marks the only proof that there are 2 wolves? I recall the strange symbols on the large rock, the 2 warped diamonds with spirals inside. Yeah, that mark represents the Ukami-sama returning from Yomi, so since there are 2 marks, it stands to reason there are 2 wolves. So speculation. Not much reason to question it, though. We have these annual mountain festivals, and there's always a guardian costume parade. The number of wolves in the parade is announced in a similar way. So it's normal for there to be multiple wolves, huh? Yeah, in Shinai-sama's shrine, for example, you have 3 wolf statues. For the festival, the Migurama divine the number of wolves or something, and then record that number overnight. By leaving those marks on the stones, huh? No, Kami Fujiyoshi doesn't have Okiba, the stones I mean, so they apparently draw them on the shrine grounds. Apparently? The people of Yasumizu are taught to wait for the guardians in Yasumizu, so I never saw the marks myself. So one of those marks in Kami Fujiyoshi means 1 wolf in the parade? Not exactly, the wolf sign in Kami Fujiyoshi isn't as warped for one. The mark with the spiral in the diamond is only the sign of the wolves that came back from Yomi. It's a Yasumizu thing, so they don't have it in Kami Fujiyoshi. I see, but still, the number of wolves and marks match up. Yep, a 3-wolf festival is considered good luck there. Jimmy herself didn't look the least bit happy to talk about it. Anyway, all I had to take from this was that there were at most 3 Ukami-sama wolves. I had to fix my perception of the situation. The wolves were a group of 3 werewolves. I wasn't too well versed in myths and folklore, but I certainly hadn't heard of any Japanese myth about werewolves or wolfmen. I did hear of Jin Menken and of possession by fox spirits, but werewolves did seem like a very European thing. On the other hand, the fact that there were 3 of them seemed pretty standard. I guess it has something to do with the presentation, trinities and all that. Though the idea of 3 werewolves did seem a bit excessive in terms of content. Anyway, I now had a better grasp of the situation. That made it easier to understand what was going on here. I'm only slightly confused because I think there's only 2 werewolves now, but I think there's a possibility that there could be up to 3. But I don't know if there's always going to be 3. I'm a little confused on the connection here, because like now he's like saying 3 wolves so confidently, but it should still only be 2 because of the marks, I think. But I'm not entirely sure. What about the humans who got guardians? How many of them are there? There are 2 monkeys, but only 1 of the rest. I see. So there are 5 guardians and 2 wolves, and the rest are humans. Okay, so we are like 2 wolves. But I do think that there could be up to 3 wolves in future loops of this, game or whatever. It's pretty bad that there's 2 wolves, because that makes them strong. That's one reason, but you can only kill 1 per day, right? If there's multiple, getting them all will take more time. Oh yeah, I just realized the crow would be kind of pointless if there was only 1 wolf. Why? The crow's ability lets them tell whether the corpse is a wolf or human, right? That means that a wolf doesn't transform back into a wolf even when it dies. The corpse stays human. That makes the crow's power useful. You wouldn't be able to tell if a wolf was dead otherwise. Yeah, that's true, but what does that have to do with the number of wolves? Well, I mean, if you hang the wolf, then nobody dies overnight, then you don't really need the crow to tell you that. Well, I guess you could. Imagine if there was only 1 wolf, they killed him, what happens next? I got nothing. Exactly that. Nothing. Or rather, the wolves won't kill any more people. Game over, humans win. Oh, I see. So if there was only 1 wolf, you could tell it was dead because the killings would stop. And the crow would be pointless. Exactly. Wow, you're sharp. Actually, that would actually turn into more of a mind, it would sort of mess things up because the spider can still protect somebody, so then somebody would be theorizing like, oh, well, maybe the spider just protected and we still have to hang somebody. So you'd basically get pointless hangings, but obviously we're not going to go down that point. For simplicity's sake, it's way easier to just say, yeah, once you kill the last wolf, it's just over, which makes sense. Well, it's not like this information is very useful. I'm still impressed by how you can keep cool in this mess. You're not just some student, are you? What else could I be? A detective? I like that. I'm a famous detective who came to solve a difficult case in the countryside. Daishi Yokomizu's world. And you normally investigate affairs and debts. Wow, that got real quick. Anyway, I got more questions. How many people can the wolves kill per day? It'd suck if everyone got killed overnight. That won't happen. Remember the snake? They need to ask the mountain who's what. True, and the spider would be pretty useless if they just protected 1 human while everyone else, including them, died. That's also why I wondered if Mamiya-san and Hashimoto-san got brutalized. Killing even 2 people would make it pretty bad, but if it was just 1 per day, or... Well, that raises another question. Why do these supernatural monsters even need to follow rules like that? Is that weird? Of course it is. Imagine if there were 3. 1 corpse would barely serve as a snack. I don't think they're attacking people because they're hungry. Oh, so they're just out for revenge? Not really sure, but it doesn't seem like they're doing this because they want to. I feel like they have their own laws they have to obey. That was what bothered me so much. The Feast of the Omi Purge had rules, and breaking them would mean being taken by the corruption. Some sort of supernatural punishment from Shinai-san. If this was really just divine retribution, surely he would want the Yomi Bitu done away with immediately. However, instead, the humans retain the aid of the Guardians, and only one kill is permitted each day. I mean, I don't really need any more explanations as to like why things are allowed to happen. I've got it set up. For me, this is just like a game, and I'm ready to rock. But I guess for world building purposes, you know, Haruaki like wants to really just iron out every little detail, which you know makes sense. Even the wolves couldn't break that rule. Were the laws of the mountain equally binding to both man and wolf? In Christian theology, both humans and Satan were God's creations, equal before him, and all acting based on his master plan. Was the god of the mountain similarly inclined? A legend of slain wolves and their revenge. Was it really that simple, or was there something else going on? It was quite scary, and I wanted to know all about it. I guess we should at least ask the elders how many people the wolves kill. True, but is someone really going to die again tonight? We already got 2 casualties, and for all we know, those the wolves replaced might be dead too. Hold on, they clean up the bodies, right? We gotta check them properly to see if there aren't more than 2 bodies or anything. Kanzo-ji-chan checked it first thing in the morning. There were only 2 people's worth of bones and guts. Really? Does he have an experience doing this kind of thing? He's a hunter, so he's used to butchering animals. Well, that made sense. That reminds me, this is probably the most important thing. Why aren't you trying to run away or call the police? I want a straight answer to this. I honestly can't think of a better move in this situation. I was aware that people here were superstitious, but those superstitions are getting people killed. So why was not a single person objecting? We can't escape this place. Can I ask why? I thought Shimmy, like, was in from out of town, unless that was a lie. But I thought she, like, had left and, like, came back. It's complicated, but we all know it's true. There's no way to escape this place. The mist is completely impassable. I'm not going to waste time on something I know can't be done. Have you seen it yourself, or are you just trusting what someone else said? Sorry, I can't really explain how, but I just know. Once the feast begins, no one can leave Yasumi. Oh, it's only once the feast begins. Okay. Alright, so outside of that time, like, you can like, leave and come back. So it wasn't logic, but blind conviction. Or perhaps she'd subconsciously gained that knowledge through some experience. Yeah, as if. So you have no proof, but still believe you can't escape. Yep, everyone else would probably say the same. What are the odds that your blind faith is something that's total bullshit? Well, higher than 0. What if I said that as someone overlooked by the god of the mountain, as someone overlooked by the god of the mountain, would try to leave anyway? I do everything I could to stop you, even if the others allow it. It's because, they don't care if you die. That was pretty scary. So you're worried about me. More than anyone else here. Thanks, I can just feel the love. Love? She was going all red on me now. This seems to be taking it pretty far for an act. No, I just have a conscience. The others are adult then? Well, you should know that they're way colder to outsiders than they appear. I'm kind of an outsider myself, so I can relate to your situation. You'd go on a road trip with someone just based on that? Hey, that might have been our final farewell in this life, so I wanted to make it nice. You only agreed because you felt sorry for me? Don't think you can get out of your promise that easily. Wow, how do I respond to that? Oh, but wait, your bike's broken. If it's for a date, I'll take out a loan on a new one. A date? I guess it is, but wait, you'll take out a loan while you're still in school? Besides, promises like that usually end up with someone dying. Let's worry about that after we survive. Shit, first she was all over me, now she's playing hard to get. In normal circumstances, that could be kind of fun, but right now, she was the only one I could rely on. The emotional support would have been nice. Back to the whole police thing. Really, you can't expect much from them here. Because it's supernatural? Well, that's one reason, but we also have just one officer in Kama Fujiyoshi. And Kama Fujiyoshi wants nothing to do with what happens here in Yasumizu. You know, I've been thinking. Spot on. I hadn't even said anything yet. Yasumizu is basically the local settlement for those who are ostracized. You really did guess what I was going to say. Ostracism. In ancient times, villages often punished criminals and the like by ostracizing them. They were ignored and excluded from all social welfare aid. Basically, people were excluded from the larger group and treated coldly. It was one step away from banishment. It wasn't just emotional torment either. Back in those days, not getting the help of other people was a matter of life and death, making this quite a harsh punishment. Did you all do something? Most of us did nothing. The Makishima, Yamawaki, and Muro families have been here for generations. Can you keep it secret? Sure. Kaori Oribe-san was originally an outsider who married into the Hukuchi family, but her husband messed up somewhere down the line and died. Here, she was forced to move here with Yasukun, who was still very little. Well, that wasn't a pleasant story. I had heard ostracism still survived even in this day and age. Some rural groups would brazenly cut off your gas or water supplies if you didn't fit in. Then again, neighbors in cities had their own communication problems. Basically, humans really hadn't changed much over the years. Still ostracism because of family troubles in this day and age? It seems so weird, ugly, and behind the times. Then there's Moshi. He was the Nosato family's heir apparent. Guy's an actual blue blood. Ah, really? Yeah, he and Kinosuke-san are uncle and nephew. They were nothing alike. Moji's a bit weird though, so he was put up for adoption and sent to Yasumizu. Oh yeah, Kiyonosuke, she said something like that. What century did they think it was? What about you? I did Noopsie. Did you, sorry. Did you used to be a bit wild? You don't like that? Nope, I'm actually into that. Wow, you really go all in, don't you? With her pulling hit and runs, I really had no choice. Anyway, this place was basically abandoned. I couldn't expect any outside help. And everyone here believed they couldn't escape this place due to supernatural reasons. What are my options here? Oh. Wait, I can try to leave, I can try to stay? But both of them are options? Well, I mean, I am interested in staying, but I feel like... Yeah, let's stay. Being left out of the feast hardly guaranteed my safety. It auto-saved. I don't know. I'm scared. I could probably go back and redo that choice if this ends up killing me. Obviously, escape was the ideal choice, but at this point, I didn't see anyone guiding me out. Because we probably have to stay until the feast is over, and then once the feast is over, then we could leave. I truly believe that the mist is going to prevent us from leaving. All I had to look forward to was either dropping dead somewhere in the mountains or becoming a snack in this village. The first seemed way more attractive, but unfortunately, I got attached to the people here. Abandoning them would at least make it hard for me to sleep at night. That's why running away wasn't an option for me. I'll go ahead and ask, why aren't you letting me eat Yasumitsu's stuff? What is this foreshadowing? You noticed? Yeah, and I figured I should clear up anything shady before it comes back to bite me. It's scary. Ha, you got me, but really, this is just some insurance. A little medicine for the mind. Oh, tell me more. You know how it can be, right? You eat something from a strange place, and next thing you know, you've turned into a pig and can't run away. What, is this hell or something? I've seen that anime on DVD, by the way. Which way to the bathhouse? I can't, say it isn't. It seemed like some serious overthinking to me, if not just serious superstition. How long will this last? I brought a ton of food from the outside, so you should be fine for a while. Cup ramen, huh? I did appreciate it, but I had mixed feelings, so I'm living like, it was the apocalypse over a local superstition. So we didn't even really get a good answer about the food. Anyway, we went to Chimi's room, and she gave us some cup ramen. We agreed I'd pay for it when this is all over. I actually skipped 2 meals, so I was still hungry, but I was used to skipping meals to cut costs, so that wasn't a problem. I wanted to relax and think things over, but Chimi was curious about the others, and I ended up tagging along. It was probably because I wasn't in a position to be by myself. Oh, welcome. Are you here for lunch? Yeah, I'll play for a little bit more. Nope, we're just here to kill time. Can we sit? I thought it was about to be like the end of the day. Of course, I'll bring you some tea. Can I have just some warm water instead? Oh, but tea is good for you. I'm the type who can't sleep if I drink tea. Oh, I see. Warm water it is then. I'd have liked it if you refused that too. But you use water from here whenever you make cup ramen, right? Ah, you didn't realize that? Maybe it's safe when you boil it? The hell's water really be purified by boiling? Here you go, I must say, you're quite unfortunate. Your bike was broken and now you're, you know... Oh, it's nothing compared to everyone else here. If I may ask, does this kind of thing happen often? Is it annual or something? I had something important like it was no big deal. No, it certainly isn't that common. Personally, this is my first feast. I did hear that people died when the mist appeared before, but that was before most of us were here. As in, they hadn't been ostracized back then. I could ask that, but I probably couldn't dig too deep. So this is the first for many people here, right? Yes, I think so. I see. If that's the case, knowledge of the rules seems strangely well kept. You see what kind of place this is, don't you? There's not much in the way of entertainment here, so the little ones grow up listening to the tales of their elders. Old tales and songs are always passed down and survive for a long time. Songs? Song! Whoa. The serious Mako-chan popped out of nowhere. I learned the song. Oh my, you did? Could you sing it for us? Alright, do I want to listen to her sing? Let me, not do that. I'll let her sing. How does that sound to everybody? Oops, that's not it. I need to click on the sound thingy. Where's she at? Way at the bottom, of course. Alright. I'll let you sing. The same song as before. Okay, so wait, maybe we can actually learn more about the words and what they mean now. So if Shinai-san's guardians are 1K, 2 Funky, 3 Blow, 4 Rider. What does that mean? Cake, Funky, Blow, and Rider? So was it about a guy who had a funky birthday party with cake and ended the night on a happy note? The melody seems familiar, though. I guess it was, too difficult for her. Because this is where you were. Ah, okay. I will. Why do I keep hitting that one instead of bringing up the options? All right. I'm gonna silence her again. Just because I don't want one character to just talk in the middle when I'm not prepared for it, so. Alright. Her guardian came soon after. Oh my, I'm sorry. We just had a lunch, so this place is a bit of a mess. Kairi Oribe-san humbled herself. Oh, no, I'm the one who should apologize. I let Mako wander off here. No need for that. It's a difficult time for us all. You're free to come here and relax whenever you like. Very well. A silent thud. And a loud one. The woman just collapsed. Are you okay? Oh dear, are you hurt? Apparently she wasn't trying some unique form of relaxation. She just tripped on the rail for the door. Oh, it hurts. She put her hands on her throbbed nose and became teary-eyed. This lady's mysterious vibe crumbled in an instant. The woman noticed my surprise and pouted. She might have been more expressive than I'd realized. Please don't look at me like that. I'm sorry. Now that I think about it, this is the first time we've talked. You might be right. I apologize. My apologies. Wow, reading is hard. Huh, for what? I got you involved in this. You did? Run. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you told me to run away. I saw the evening mist come, but I hoped you could escape. Oh, so that's how it was. A part of me thought you foretold the future or something. Uematsu isn't the Lookout family. Now that sounded significant. What does that mean? This isn't something we can share with outsiders. Crap, Jimmy's lack of reserve made me forget my boundaries here. I'm sorry, you're wearing some strange clothes, so I thought you were a Shinto priestess or something. Oh, I'm not that important. Haraki-san, don't bother Rikako-san too much. Oh, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, Rikako-san. Well, you just called me by my first name. Sorry. Jimmy called her that way, so I thought it was okay. Man, this was confusing. I'm not that bothered. Oh, sorry about that. Ha ha ha. How are you two are getting along? I'd have appreciated it if she didn't put me in a weird situation. I'm going back. What about you, Mako? I'll stay a bit longer. I see. Come back before evening. And so she left. She's a bit weird, but still cute, right? She is. She's cute, right? Is she? Which one is it? That's my question. Natural beauties sure have it good. They look young and pretty no matter how old they get. Well, that was some bait. I'll bite. How old is she? I don't know. I'm pretty sure she's younger than 30, but she's definitely older than me. That's older than expected. I know, right? She's so little. And did you see that baby face? By the way, is she... Hello? We're now joined by the students. Mom, can we come in now? Oh, yes, Naga, Haru-chan. Welcome. Hey, you. Yep, I'm you, at your service. Are you messing with me? I was, actually. What is it, Makishima-san? You almost called me Haru-chan, didn't you? We've only just met. You don't do that. It's unreasonable. Calm down. Hysteric heroines aren't popular. You're still messing around. I came here to say something to you. Her behavior was pretty unreasonable, too, to be honest. But instead of pointing it out, I just corrected my posture and waited to hear what she had to say. You're getting too close to Chiene. She's pretty busy, so you should leave her alone and do your own thing. You were busy? I wouldn't say so. You know she has some free time. She's a lady, so you need to be considerate and keep your distance. It's a mature thing to do. Well, that's true. If you agree, then just go away somewhere. This is why adults are so unfair, filthy, and annoying. Yes, I'm a filthy old man. Archon, did you really come with me just to say that? Oh, Mom, I have a message from Takumi. What is it? We'll be going to sleep early for a while, so maybe we should have packed lunches. Oh, that's true. I should hurry and start making the rice. Also, Fusaishi-san, take this. Voom voom, ha, me? I was busy deflecting Haru-chan's attacks with my stupidity barrier, so being dragged into the conversation surprised me a bit. He gave me a rather dirty, rusty, cheap-looking cylindrical key. It wasn't even attached to a keychain. It's the key to the dorm. Takumi said he got it from Taiba. Oh, why did he do that? Said he felt pretty bad about making you sleep outside last night. What a sincere, considerate person. He really is. People like him make living in a place like this far easier. You really... Oh, the rice. With an awkward smile on her face, Kairi-san went back to the kitchen. I'm sorry you had to see that. Don't worry. I'm just a clueless outsider. I made a blatant lie. Everyone could tell that Kairi-san and Takumi-san would make a nice couple. Oh, I'm talking about Haru-chan too. Hey, stop picking a fight with the outsider. Hey, he's bothering you too, isn't he? Not really. Anyway, if you don't have anything to do with the feast, then just get out. Stop it already. Why? Fusaishi-san is a victim. Don't be so heartless. What the hell? You're such a dummy. This is such a mess. You had to stop fighting about me. We had an innocent little girl here. Also, Chimi's info was confirmed to be true. Trying to escape seemed dangerous, and recommending it was heartless. Basically, getting out of here was difficult. That made me all the more grateful for the room. I've been so busy trying to understand what was going on in this place that I didn't even consider how to deal with myself. I have to thank Takumi-san. Calm down, you two. Haru-chan, want to play with Chiene? Play what? Prayer to Shinai. Now? Seriously? I want to show Miko-chan how it's supposed to be done. That's fine, but wow, you really care about stuff like this, huh? Yeah, kinda. Something was about to begin. No longer the center of attention, I began drinking the hot water Kairi-san placed before me. The teacup had a strange symbol enameled at the bottom. It looked like a family crest. Yes, Nagakun, what's this mean? Oh, that's one of the Kami Fujiyoshi head family crests. She just should just throw it away. Harsh tone made it pretty likely that it was the crest of the Higuchi family, the ones who banished them here. Haruchan moved to chair and sat down in front of Chiemi. Can I play the man's role? Sure. Let's go. 1, 2. Oh wow, I think they're both singing now. Can I hold on. Let me see if I can if I can do this properly. So Chiemi and Haru are both doing something. So let's let them sing potentially. Can I now see the log and have them actually sing? Alright, so we're gonna get the full thing. Mm-hmm. Got the snake, monkey, crow, spider. They started playing an action rhyme, much like Ring Around the Rosie or London Bridge is Falling Down. Fully in sync, they clapped, slapped their knees, clapped again, joined hands, etc., all according to the rhythm. And there was no mistaking it. This was actually the song I'd heard yesterday morning. Hmm. Prepare the feast when the evening must arrive, yep. I don't know what this line means at all. Badger runs along late? They were doing it pretty quickly, so I couldn't see everything, but it was definitely complex. They even raised fingers and made fist bumps. Also, I was pretty sure I'd heard that part somewhere. Prepare for the feast when the evening must arrive. Okay. Okay. That section sounds so much more creepy. Suddenly the song changed in tone. Oh, yep. That's what I said. The movement switched up too. Haruchan hit her face while Chiemi stood up a bit and grabbed her by the shoulders. That makes sense. Similar line, but the role switched. Oh, why did it stop so suddenly like that? But okay, this song is just describing the process of the feast and all that. They returned to the same tone and movements as before, but then at a slightly awkward point, the song suddenly ended. Then they quickly stood up and... Yay! Yay! They did it! They did it. Okay, I think this is probably a good enough time to stop. I'm gonna go ahead and put them all back to not speaking. That way next time I turn on the game, I'm not surprised by them speaking. But okay, wow, I can't even summarize everything that happened this episode, but I am very excited for more nights to pass, and then we can start trying to figure out who's who, and seeing how active of a role we even have in that. But I am excited for more. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. If so, let me know, but I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. So till next time, peace out.